But now is the time for the new guest, and actually is one of the most important topics for me that represent our country. For many of you, our country is very well represented by the hospitality. We talk about coffee, but also pasta, pizza, and mandolina, and whatever you want to say, say it. But one of the most important, guys, is the Italian design. And to represent the Italian design today here in my cafe, I'm super happy and proud to present to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, Valerio Cometti. Ciao, Vale! Thank you for coming. Thank
My
you.
pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
So, Valerio, please, before start, and before, if you want to have a coffee by me, so tell us a little bit more, tell to our community who you are and what you do every single day.
I'm a designer, I'm a product designer, and together with my team we design products that belong to every sector: automotive, consumer electronic, furniture, lighting, for both Italian and international companies. So yes, it's a tough job. I have to say it's also quite exciting because it changes a lot. Of course, I have the privilege, and I've been having this privilege for the last 10 years, of designing a big number of machines for the Cimbali group. So most of the Cimbali machines and some also Faema and Casadio. So it's a world that we got to know quite well, and it's, yes, after 10 years of collaboration, it's still really, really exciting. Getting a piece of paper, sketching something, and after a couple of years you see it in the flesh in bars all over the world. It's like it's a satisfaction that doesn't fade, I have to say. It's a true joy. You see someone who doesn't know you and I don't know them, but they use what used to be a scribble on a piece of pizza cardboard, because sometimes some projects start literally on a piece of pizza cardboard. So it is exciting.
We discovered the secret, guys.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So, Valerio, okay, perfect. I want to share with you some thoughts, okay? Very often when I travel all over the world and I introduce myself as Italian, most of the people, they just show me the love for the Italian design, okay? And I want to understand why this love for Italian design, why the Italian design was very successful in the past, and I hope in the next future.
No, it's a very good question. It's not an easy one, so I'll do my best to try and come up with one of the possible answers. And it may sound banal, but if you think about it, we Italians, since we are very young, we live amongst beauty, beautiful buildings, beautiful clothes, beautiful landscape. Beauty is part of our culture, even if we don't almost acknowledge it. If you then team such a culture for beauty with a very healthy manufacturing ecosystem, because Italian companies are great at making things. We're not a great financial country, but if you team the two things together, well, then you end up with something that, again, in furniture, coffee making, all sorts of sectors.
Dress,
absolutely.
shoes.
We have been able to create a very powerful, also I have to say, a very long-lasting culture of design. Italian design is well known for aging very well. Some other countries have a different approach to design, and we combine elegance and personality with a very, I find, healthy mixture. And to me, when I design something, knowing that in 10 years it will look as good as today, it's the best joy I can get from a project.
So actually today we are not talking about espresso, we are not promoting espresso machine, we are promoting our country. Guys, Italy is so beautiful, just be back in our country, because you have to see and discover a lot of beauties, not only coffee, not only espresso machine or whatever,
everything,
but a lot of beautiful things. Thank you for what you mentioned. Okay, now let's go more focus into the espresso history, espresso machine history, because Italy play an important role on this. From the past until now, we have many brands who design the espresso machine in a different way. So how you see the change from the past until now, and probably how you see the future of espresso machine?
Again, a very good question, and not a simple one, but I think, and I hope you guys won't misunderstand me, when I see a parallel path between the coffee machine design industry and the automotive industry. Yes, one is much bigger than the other, but they all went through similar phases. At the very beginning, the technology wasn't really there. It was more experimenting, trying to get a car to move or a coffee machine to extract something that wasn't exactly an espresso. Exactly, you know very well. You know, so then we hit a phase where it was, I would call it a hyper-decorated phase. And you remember when coffee machines used to be almost handmade with a painted ceramic in the front. It was an actual piece of art. It didn't have any industrial background into it. Yeah. Cars went much different. In the 30s, especially in the States, there's been a long decade of hyper-ornated cars. And on and on and on. And then, of course, the evolution, but always in similar patterns. When the electronics appear, you remember in the 80s when cars had LEDs that popped like a Christmas tree because nothing used to work? Yeah. A little bit also happened at the beginning in the coffee industry, and now instead the electronics, like in car, is an absolute protagonist. It's a star within the machine, and it's so well inserted in their nature. So it may sound like a horrible example, but I find surprising similarities as the evolution it progresses. These days, looking ahead, I honestly, wholeheartedly see the world of coffee machines, and I'm not talking just Cimbali, I'm talking every friend out there, to benefit from a pretty bright future, because the electronics now has become a very mature ally that you can bring inside and turns what you're doing to another level. But at the same time, you need to be able to preserve the warmth, the personality. These are not computers, they're not devices, it's a coffee machine. So I see that whoever will be able to match mechanic, electronic, the warmth of a machine, the art that is in the hands of the baristas, these four elements to me, if you keep them in balance, I see these machines to have a pretty bright future, and that to me is quite exciting and makes me want to get past this COVID as fast as possible.
When we talk about specialty coffee, so the new era, the third wave of cafe, so the espresso machine play an important role in design all the cafe. Yeah. Actually, it's the heart, it's the center of everything. So you have a very big responsibility. Just design a very big machine, because that's depend the future of all the new cafe. Okay, Vale, now is your time. You can have whatever you want from me. So let's try to simulate my cafe. Hello, Valerio. Welcome.
Absolutely. Buongiorno a te.
I'm very bad in actor, so
me too, let's face it.
Anyway.
Buongiorno, Francesco. I would like a lovely cappuccino if it's possible.
Okay, so let's take my milk jug. I know, but with the S15, I don't need the milk jug. I want to do this. Yeah. No, let's keep this here and let's be serious, because now what I have to do is just to brew the cappuccino for my favorite designer. Okay, let's take the cup. It's very easy. I look stupid, but it's very easy, really. Like here, so, and the cappuccino is almost done. The machine starts to pour the milk. Actually, you can use a soluble milk or a classic milk, so you just have to connect the milk if you have the refrigerator, or if you have soluble, you can use the hopper on top. And now, so the milk is done, very silky foamy, and the espresso shot. It's very easy. Actually, the machine can make a better cappuccino than me. As I told you in the last years, I'm not used to be behind the bar and pour espresso or preparing milk. Okay.
Look at that.
This is yours.
It is impressive. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I forget the spoon. Very bad service. So.
I'm not going to tip you.
Can I try something before you drink?
Please.
I know it's not very common,
no, go ahead.
I just want to see the quality of the food.
Look at that.
Wow, it looks amazing.
It does look amazing, I have to say. So, yeah.
Perfect. So,
Thank you
Valerio,
very much.
enjoy your cappuccino, and thanks for coming and be part of my virtual cafe.
My
and
pleasure.
Just to be united with the whole coffee community, because we miss you a lot, guys. We are here because we cannot travel all over the world. We cannot create any fun event. but I'm pretty sure that very soon we can meet all together, and then you can meet Valerio, you can meet Alessia, you can meet Angelo and me as well, and drinking all coffee together, because coffee makes us united. That is the reason why we are here, why we are talking with you. Please continue to love what you do, continue to increase your skill as a barista, as a roaster, as a coffee manufacturer, and whatever. Just ready to be back very soon, okay? Thank you Global Coffee Festival, thank you Cimbali, and I will continue to work with the S15 because I have to understand much more things and much more better this machine, and then let's meet in another event, and then I will serve you a lot of espresso, promise. Thank you.
See you guys. Thank
Ciao.
you very much.